Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video. It's been a while. If you haven't checked out my Instagram, I had made an apology video about how I tried to make a video and I had been flipping over to a new phone, so I lost all of the contents for it. But for today, I decided I'm going to be doing my own 30-day art challenge. If you don't know what a 30-day art challenge is, in the past years I have done a video where it shows all these different things I have done for 30 days that consist of art, and today I would like to show you guys basically almost every single art supply that I have, just for me in general, to do some fun things and show you just what you can do to make art. And I have a whole bunch of things. Not everything is going to be used. I have a canvas in front of me that has different sections for each color. So basically red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and then I have pink, black, gray, black, gray, and brown. Yeah, black, gray, and brown. Not white, just so I don't show you. But I'm just going to be testing things out. This is for me, and so if you hear any noise, remember that little noise that we used to hear in the video where it would be the washer dryer going? Yeah, that's still going to go happen too. So let's get right into the video. So you would think with day one I would want to do something easy like markers or crayons or color pencils or pens or something like that. I actually wanted to start out with day number one being my dry erase markers. Now I'm not going to show you guys until the end what the finished product looks like, but I have a whole bunch of different dry erase because I used to have a whiteboard in the back of me that I used to write on, and well, now it just sits in my room all alone, and I should have really have picked out my colors beforehand. Dry erase markers. I just realized this might be a little bit more stressful than I thought it would be. I like dropped almost every single one of my whiteboard markers trying to write this. Starting off with a good start here. Day two, we have colored pencils. Now you may have seen this in some videos that maybe it had said on the side or whatever. This is my Space Maker color pencil holder. I've had this for so long. I don't even remember what grade I got this in. But in here I have all my colored pencils. I keep a pencil sharpener in here. I have twistables still. I'm not going to use those. Those are not for the video. And I have a protractor. Is that a protractor? Or a compass? I don't know what it's called. But I'm just going to go ahead and use those. I have them all sectioned out just to be super organized because I'm a freak. But that's day number two. That was very interesting. Just realized this might be a little bit harder. Let me know down below if you're an artist or someone who enjoys art. How many black colored pencils do you have? I have a brand new pack of colored pencils and it has black in there, and I've managed to be able to keep it. But so technically I have two, one old one and one new one. But it's so weird that I never seem to be able to have any black colored pencils because I use them or I lose them. Yeah, anyways, day number three is crayons. And this has been rubber band up since I moved to this new place. And so I've gotten this, I don't even know how long ago. It's sat on my stuff, and it's a big variety. Like, look how organized all these crayons are. It should be interesting. Have you ever noticed if you use crayons that you don't, in these big variety packs, that the colors that you want to use, like if you wanted to use red or if you want to use orange, then they have like yellow orange, they have yellow green, stuff like that. And you just want to find the one that says just green or just yellow is harder than just finding any other one. Also, my black crayon was broken. It's really sad. Next is day number four. Now you would think, why did you go into a different variety of markers than starting with regular markers and then doing other ones? Because why not? It's my video. I can do what I want. I have these graffiti markers, or as people know them as fabric markers. You can use them on fabric. Have I used these in a video? No, I have not. I would like to. I did it with some tie-dye and stuff with my sister last year. Because that will be near the end of the video. You'll see something from that on a day. And it comes with, it doesn't come with a red. It comes with orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and pink. But no red and no unvibrant colors. I'm guessing these are because they're pastel colors. And they would make more nicer colors. I should show you guys at the end of the video how much of the material that I'm using dropped on the floor. It was my first time using those markers, by the way. I don't think I used them when I did tie-dyeing. Anyways, next is day number 5, and this is actually something that I was gonna use in the previous video, but I ended up losing that video, and that was the little girl's nail polish. I took that instead of the regular nail polish that I have, which you have seen probably several videos of my nail polish videos. If you haven't, you should go and check them out because they're pretty interesting. And I had every single color. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, I have every single color. I had all the colors except for brown and black in the small children's colors. So the brown and black I actually have to use my actual nail polish for. But I had this red fingers one, which was not in a previous video. This I don't even know how to say this one. There's this glittery orange one that wasn't in that video. This yellow one, which we called Belle because of the Disney princesses. We have this green one, which is Tiana. And then we have this blue one, and I'm pretty sure this one was Ariel. I'm not exactly sure. Then we have Rapunzel, which is the purple one. And then the pink one we had was Aurora. And then brown, I don't have one for that, and so I have the OPI brown, which is pretty cool. I haven't used brown yet. I'm excited. And then for gray, we have this Silver Fingers one. That was actually the winner of my video and on my Instagram. And then lastly, we have the LA Color Last for black. I could have mentioned this is a competition to see which color has the most out of all these supplies, but I didn't until now because I didn't know if it was going to be a great idea. But so far it's between orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and pink, which is not very surprising. And the one with the least amount is gray. And so now we're going to flip my canvas over so I can let that dry a little bit here. And go to day number 6. And number 6 is the actual markers that I have. The first round of markers. In my Space Maker. Yeah, this is a really old Space Maker. I picked it up at a rummage sale when I was younger, and right before I moved, I decided, hey, I'm going to step on my handle and break it off my marker thing. So I have a whole bunch of different markers in here and different supplies. Some of these markers actually came in this when I bought it, and I still have them, so that's pretty cool. In here for supplies, I have paper for my little cartoon characters that I do. And then I have some of these big eraser things, eraser sticks, that's what they're called. So they're easier to erase with, so you're not wasting pencil eraser. And then I have these nice mechanical pencils with refillers because those are super nice. And then I have a whole bunch of different markers and highlighters. I have a crayon in here so I can have skin tone. I have a bunch of different markers. I have these Papermate skinny ones so I can outline. I have pens. I have a pen. I have highlighters. A bunch of stuff. Most of all this stuff is Crayola. I have some crazy art in here and some fabric markers that are also in here as well. So I made a mistake, and since I flipped over my thing, I forgot that I have to do it in reverse, and so it's reverse colors, but I'm gonna figure out how to make it work. My black must have exploded or something. And then I had a yellow washable Crayola marker, which is so weird. I don't remember the last time I ever had washable markers. And then I had a blue crazy art, which is different. So I want to try to figure out how to use that. And that's really shaky, so I'll put that away once I'm done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, I'm already counting because I can't remember. 7. I'm going to skip the paint and come back to it. Day number 7, and this is where the thing grows a little bit. If you've seen my All the Goodwill vlog video, which I seem to be mentioning a lot in these recent videos, I had gotten these bingo daughters, and so I haven't used them yet, and I wanted to see how they work, and so I have a purple, blue, green, and red. So now the colors will go down to green, blue, and purple, having the most colors so far. So all of these were used except for one of them, which was green, and I didn't know how it worked, so I just stamped them all crazy. It looks pretty cool looking. And now we're up to, I'm gonna have to cut out every single time that I have to count what day I'm on because I forget. And what I have for 8 is my watercolor Crayola paints. I'm pretty sure if you were a child who loved to paint when you were younger, you had one of these either at home or at school in your desk. Because I know I did when I was a kindergartner. And I bought this when I did my art challenge like 2 years ago because I wanted paint and I didn't have any. And now my paint collection is crazy big. And I don't have a paintbrush because I gave my sister all my paintbrushes to use for something and she hasn't given back to me yet. So I'm gonna sacrifice one of my nail polish brushes. And then I have this cute little paint bomb water jug. This is because science. And it's so cool. I got this from the dollar store, so cheers. I don't have pink on here or gray. I never heard of gray paint because, you know, they're basically like water. But there's no pink. Crayola, what's your deal? Why don't you have pink paint for watercolors? When I did my yellow, I didn't realize that there was like brown nail polish, like a drop of brown nail polish on the back of the brush, and the brown like came loose and got wet, and so now it looks like there's like a gold color on the yellow, which is pretty interesting, but it looks pretty dirty. Now I'm up to day 9. If these days are not correct, I'll have them posted of the new number. Day 9 I have, which is also from that Goodwill video, is the Crayola Washable Project Paint, which is like finger paint of those little tiny jugs you probably have seen when you were also growing up. And I have a whole stinking new pack that's still in the saran, and I am excited to open it and see what these look like. And yes, I will be using my fingers to paint this, so it's basically, this number is basically for finger painting. I know, such a childish thing to do, but I'm super excited because I haven't finger painted in so long. So here we go. How do I open this without ripping it? Ooh. So we have yellow, purple, orange, pink, red, blue, green, black, white, and a darker blue. No brown, no gray, but I can mix the colors to make gray if I so choose to. Actually, this might look a little bit more gray than black to me, but I'll see when it gets on to the canvas what it will look like. So far, the ones that are winning is still green, blue, and purple. we're getting real close here to see which one will have the most colors. So I've made some adjustments because taking an intermission here after painting was quite messy. But you can tell from the back of here that I had to move stuff over so I could bring more stuff to the front because there's 30 days and it takes up the whole entire table. And I also had to switch some loads out. Paints were nice. Can't say anything more about them. I'm noticing that there's a lot of spots that are going to be really open because they didn't have anything to go with them. Anyways, I'm going to take a break from showing the painting stuff and more onto the art supplies that won't be on here, just so the paint can dry a little bit before I go back into putting more stuff on here. So day number 10 is the crate that I keep a lot of my art supplies in, and you would say that's a lot of art supplies. How does it fit in here? It doesn't. I just recently noticed that I keep my art supplies like everywhere other than here, and this was the stuff that doesn't do anything with it. So I have like, this is not for art, but it could. It's an extra tripod. And I also have, let's keep from moving stuff, I have my glue gun. So you need glue, right? That's just one of them. I have multiple more. I have 2 Mickey Mouse mini play packs that I bought somewhere that has like a sticker in it and 2 crayons and then this little coloring book in it. I never used, but they're considered art. And then I have some Play-Doh. I don't even know if it's dry Play-Doh or if it's regular Play-Doh. I haven't opened it and who knows how long. And so that's in there. That's all the stuff that I consider art supplies that I don't necessarily use, but people won't think those are art supplies, but they are. And now we're going to be on to day number 10. And what was I doing for day number 10? Because the paint's still drying. Well, I can show you this for day number 11. I have all these. This was not on a video, but this, I think this is also, no it's not. I got this from a Goodwill bins bag, grab bag, and it's like slick paint, puffy paint, glitter paint, so it has like a whole bunch of these in there, and I actually have this for a separate day that I can use on here. I just wanted to show this bag that I have slick paint or puffy paint, whatever you want to call it, in a bag, and I use it. But I haven't used it yet, so this will be my first time using them ever. Then we're on to day number 11. More art supply stuff. This is actually technically the only brush I have, which is a sponge brush, because it was the only one I managed to save for my sister before giving her all the rest of one. And then my paint tray. This isn't actually a paint tray. This was something that my brother had bought something in, and this was the thing. And I was like, oh, can I use this for paint? And he's like, sure, why not? Day number 12? It's a day number 12? I don't know. Now I have this. And you're like, whoa, more markers. Oh boy. Can you hear the sarcasm in that? Yeah, I was given a whole bunch of markers in a bin, and so I was going to test them all out on here, but I realized that that would be a boring video. So I'm just going to pick out some that are considered, like there's Rose Art, there's a bunch of off-brand markers in here that I'm just going to squiggle all over canvas. It looks like a mess now, by the way. I tried using anything but Crayola, and let me tell you, I got to the last 2 colors and realized I don't have any interesting markers for those other than Crayola. I wish I could show you guys what I'm looking at. I don't know, what is this? Is the paint dry enough? I would say the paint's kind of dry, kind of not dry. In some are a little bit thicker than others, and some aren't. Like the black's really thick, and like the red's already dry. So I'm gonna go ahead with the next day. Here's the day on the screen. I give up on saying what the days are. Next day we have is Papermate. Yes, it's another markers, but these are like school markers. These are like my teacher's gonna mark in red pen on my math test markers. These are super nice, and they really are nice for more like outlining if you want to outline in different colors other than black, because they're skinny. And if I could get this open, I could write on my canvas, but I have every single color for this. I'm still at green, blue, and purple for most colors. By the way, this is a chill pill. I use it to keep it from stressing me out. Poor brown is doing so bad because I don't have anything. Found out that I don't have a brown Papermate. So it's, yeah. I try my best not to get any of the pen into paint. But now we're going to go back and to do more paint, so I had to switch it around again because I was running out of room. Anyways, next one is, it's the section I said we were going to. It's the slick paint. I don't know if all of these work. I don't know. I have this is going to take a while. I'm going to put them on my thing here and swipe it over my thing. I'm trying to keep up with the lines that I drew on here to keep it color separated, but it's starting to look super weird without it. So we're gonna try. It. Couldn't do gray or brown, and I tried to do gray, but it just the black keeps swallowing the white, and so I couldn't. And well, I tried doing that, and black also swallowed the brown. So, and also black ruins everything. It kind of ruined this paint job here. So I'm going to take a quick break from the painting ones to do some more art supplies. The next day I did have this is the only technically acrylic paint that I have right now. I bought a whole bunch when I lived at home, but I kept them there so my sister could use them. So I have white acrylic paint and black acrylic paint. I'm not going to use these on here because, as you just heard me say, black swallows everything. And then the following, before I get to another painting one, is I have fabric fusion glue and basically spray paint. Maybe you'd say, are you going to use the spray paints? Yes. I haven't used them yet, so they're brand new. I don't know how they work. We'll be very careful to use them because I don't have a lot of room left that's white on this canvas, and I don't want to ruin my table, so I would try very carefully not to ruin it. I have green and brown on here, so maybe I'll use the brown to finish up brown because I have a lot of white space for the brown, but it is camouflage soft fabric paint for spray paint, and I will do that. So I will be back for the rest. I have 2 more paints and then another coloring one before I'm finished with basically my canvas, and then the rest is art supplies. Do the green spray after what I saw with the brown. It is still wet, and why did I just touch that? Oh well. There's gonna be a mark to show exactly where I put my fingers just now. I did that one's gonna take a really long time to dry. Yeah, brown also ruins stuff too. So I have 2 more paints. So I'm gonna go with, let's make it easy first and do this one. So for this day we have color by the number, paint by the number, whatever you want to call it, paints. I got this in a grab bag too. Haven't used it yet, haven't looked inside of it yet. What we were gonna see here, I'm just gonna, I don't know, there's like not a lot of room left to show exactly how to paint this. So I might just have to do a little bit of touch-ups for this. Or something, I'm not sure. I forgot to mention I was going to do the other one as well on top of that. I have used bottles of finger paint that are bigger than the Crayola ones. And I'm going to use these probably 2 to cover up marks. And I officially have a spot now on my tray of where my black's always gonna go, because the black had a hard time washing it out. I finished with the finger paint. The finger paint was really watered down. By the way, the color by the number thing that I had, no reason I couldn't open it because the paint was dried up in it, so I had to throw it away. So that was a day that's not very much included in here. But yeah, all the white spots seem to be filled up. And funny story, actually, why I have a different shirt on now is because I was trying to get the paint out of the bottles, and I shaked them and I turned them upside down so the paint would come out. I get to the blue and I opened up the blue and the blue went everywhere. Like, it got on the table, I got on my shirt, I got on my arms, and so I had to take it off and clean the shirt. And thank goodness that the stuff is kids finger paints, so it's washable. So just stick it out in there. But now I'm gonna I have one more thing I have to put on here, but I have to wait a little bit longer. So I'm gonna go back to the rest of the art supply stuff, and then I have one more that I have to. It's basically writing on top of it, and then after that, what I'm gonna do before I show you guys what it is I'm going to take the slick paint, the glow in the dark slick paint. It's kind of clear yellowish, and I'm gonna slap it on top of this canvas so that when I hang it up, it will be glow in the dark. Next one is, I have one pair of scissors that I use. I've only had one pair of scissors, which is these ones, which are like they're hairdressers scissors, but they work really well. And I'm not going to cut the canvas with it, but I have them. Next I have is a whole bunch of glue. Now, you've seen me already use, like, I had the fabric glue, but this is just a regular glue. I have the regular white Elmer's glue that, you know, every kid growing up has. Then I have the washable clear glue, a full bottle of it. And I actually have more glue in the bag from, once again, that Goodwill video. If you want to see it, you know what, the link will be down below for it. There's a lot of stuff that's in that video that was hidden that you are seeing in future videos. And then I also have this big bottle of glue, of school glue. You would think, why didn't I make some slime for this video? I don't know, I didn't feel like it. Also, I have some Mod Podge. I could have put Mod Podge over this, but I don't want to wait for it to like cure and everything, you know how Mod Podge works. And then I have super glue, and it works like a charm, I can tell you that much. I have these are fortunes from Fortune Cookies, and I use them in several of my art projects. I have one for a canvas that I'm going to be hanging up with this one, and then if you haven't seen it, on my art poster, I used it for my background because they're very handy, and you know, then you have something to read. Next one is, I have air dry clay, and yes, it's still soft. I use this, if you have seen it, in the Christmas specials. When me and my siblings made our very own Funkos, we needed hair for them, and so we got air dry clay, and this is all the clay I have left from that, but I plan to use it from some future projects. Stickers. I have a whole bunch of stickers, but they're spread out in my room that I don't know where all of them are, but these were the two that I was able to find at the time. It's these little kitty stickers. This one says happy birthday and it's a cat in a cup. And then I have this one, there's also a cat in a cup, and this one's for Halloween. And they're like super cute, and I would stick them on here, but I don't want it to look like a kindergartner did the art project. I have 25 being photos. I have a whole bunch of cameras. I will do a separate video on all my different cameras I have, but this one I have used for art projects. Once again, it's on my binder, and this is an Insta Mini, and so I use this. I don't have any film in it right now. Actually, I do. I have 5. But you know, you have to use these for very special occasions, so I haven't taken any pictures in a very long while. And then day number 6 is just photos in general, and this is wet. My binders, my photos are wet. I have an album of photos that I used, as you can tell, it's all my pictures from the last 2 years that I had. Remember, I had pictures on my wall at the old house in the yellow room. Who misses the yellow room? Say I do. I had the wall there, and that was some of the pictures that were on the wall that I put in there. And then day number 27 is this shirt. As I said at the beginning, that me and Grace did tie-dye last summer, I'm pretty sure. And this is one of the results of it. I took this white flamingo tank top and I basically tie-dyed it. So it had all the colors of the rainbow. It has like blue and green in the back, and then like orange and red and purple, and it has some yellow down here, and then there's like green everywhere. And that was one of them. Tie-dye is art too. I don't have any tie-dye supplies because, you know, tie-dye has to be used at a certain period, and it can only be usable for a certain period. So yeah, but this is what I have for it. We did some socks, and then we also did a hat. I don't know what happened to that hat, but this is what I have from it. And then day number 28, another project before I can even start writing again, is another art project that I didn't even paint on. You have probably seen a lot of my failed art projects here and there. I have a pop socket video I tried doing. Did me and Grace do rocks? Yes, we did do rocks. Yes, we did rocks. I didn't paint this one. This was my first painted rock that I ever received, but I never painted it. And then a couple years later, I did this one at summer camp. And now from this last year of me and Grace doing projects, I painted 3 rocks. We went out and basically went around looking for rocks, and this were the results that I had. I have a rainbow rock. Very nice, right? And I have this one, which I think is so cool and very professional-like. It's a flower, the purple background's very nice. I have a lot of rocks around here I could paint if I wanted to. And then I have this one that says, "Have a nice day," with a smiley face on it. Those are all those. If you would like to see a rock project video, comment down below, rock project, because, you know, those are one of those things everybody likes to enjoy now and again. And now we're on to day 29, which is going back to the canvas here. I'm really hoping that I can write on it. If not, then you'll see it at the end. It's pens. Now, pens, usually you'd be like, how'd you manage to get the colored pens other than black and blue and red? Well, that's because I have gel pens too. So I have my red correcting pen. I have an orange gel pen. I had another orange one somewhere. I have a yellow pen. I think it's yellow. I'm really hoping it's yellow and not just the yellow pen in general. I have a green one, blue one. Surprisingly, I had a purple pen, but I don't remember what happened to it. I know it's somewhere, but I couldn't find it at the time being. And then I have a pink one, and then I'm hoping this pen is black because I forget what ink this one is. Anyways, I'm gonna write some stuff down on this canvas, and then I'll be back for day number 30. Wrote some stuff down on the canvas, and I'm gonna like do that paint stuff in a little bit here, just so you'll see it in the intro. The outro, and you can also look at it on Instagram if you would like to follow on Instagram. The Instagrams are down below. Day number 30 is finished projects. Man, I cannot talk anymore. I've been talking too much today. It's all the projects that I have done that you have seen in the past, and things that I do off screen because I enjoy art so much. I'm not going to show them all individually. I'm just going to show you basically my art history. And starting with my old binder from 8th grade, as you have seen probably in the past, is this right here. It's a pink one, and it has, what did it have in it? It had all my old art challenges, my my October ink one, the ink challenge thingy from Inktober, and then I had some bucket lists and one of my art challenges. And it has duct tape all over it because it was falling apart. I rarely use it now. It's more for storage of extra paper and stuff. And then I have, next would be my bullet journal. I don't do my bullet journal anymore because it took up a lot of time, and I found it very hard to motivate myself to do it every single month. So all the extra paper that's in the back here, I just rip it out and use it for other projects. But look at all these stickers that I ended up collecting. I still collect the stickers and slap them on here even though I don't use them. I didn't even show the last of them, and that's because they were so bad. Like, I'm pretty sure this was the last one, and that was September 2020. And that's how bad it was. It was literally like school time and colors and shapes, and I didn't have the time to be able to finish it. So that was the end of the bullet journal series. I know that everybody probably was like, who cares about the bullet journal series? You didn't do it right anyways. But then I have here, almost finished. I just have to do the titles are like this of all the CN characters, and also I had that Bob's Burger one in the back because of my obsession with Bob's Burger. But this was a real journey. I hope to make a video all about this one day. I know that you have seen some of these in the past, but I have not posted all of them just because there is some screw-ups that I would really like to redo before I laminate all of them and make it into a nice little book. And then I have my current binder, which is this one right here with all the stickers and everything basically that this video would sum up to be if I had just showed you this. And this, which is what I just told you, and this. And what does this have in it? It has more of my art challenge stuff. The first of my cartoon decisions, and then all my big characters that I do that I can't fit onto the small papers that I did before I started doing those. Like, there is a really cool picture of Zeus from Hercules in here that I just think is so amazing. Then I have my quotes, and yeah, all the quotes that I have to do to finish these big ones, and then I hope to be able to just do small ones. And then my last, these aren't finished, this is just things that I do in general. I have characters that I have a name that I'm thinking of what to call them. They're kind of like cheapies, but they're not, because I made them to my own style of characters. So I have this one, which is me, and then I have a couple here. This one, which was kind of bad, it was my sister. And then I have my best friend, Desi. You've probably seen her on the channel a couple times. This is what I picture as. And then I tried doing a guy. So this is my first attempt of doing a guy one. And then I made my mom one, which I don't have it. And my best friend, Elise. I have them, but I didn't write them in there. So that's the end of that. Now let's go to the outro. So did you guys enjoy this video? I sure hope that you did, and it showed you a bunch of different ways that basically anything can make art. So here's the finished project. If you would like to see the glow-in-the-dark version of it, I will try to get a picture of it and post it on Instagram. Make sure that you like this video, subscribe down below so you don't miss awesome videos like this, and turn on the bell notifications so I can stop being lazy. Anyways, here's the final result. The pen obviously did not come through because I got smeared so much, and black basically ruins it all. I mean, it's so beautiful up here and beautiful down there, but black definitely ruins it, but it's still a good looking paste. It's still drying. Anyways, I hope to see you guys again for another video. Bye!